brands that are kind of starting out and smaller, I don't think you do need a list to start doing certain email activities. Obviously, people won't be interacting with those emails until a little bit later, but I do think it's important to kind of lay the foundation and build the base. And what I mean by that is, so say you're a brand new CBD or cannabis e-commerce store, at the very minimum, I think you should have one welcome email. So this is an email that someone enters their email into a pop-up, a flyout, some kind of subscription form. Maybe it says, enter your email for 10% off, enter your email for free shipping, enter your email to get this, insert lead magnet, right? CBD buyer's guide, whatever it might be. Totally. You're going to want to have that kind of pop up so you can collect emails. And then you're going to need to send an email so that way people know they've been confirmed, right? It would be a really weird experience to get a pop up, enter your email, and nothing to happen, right? So
yeah, people do it all the time, don't
they? yeah, it'd be so strange. But the bare minimum, again, like I think you should have at least 4 emails in this welcome series for non-buyers that hit people over the course of, let's say, 1 to 2 weeks. But at the bare minimum, you need 1 email. Hey, Aaron, welcome to Chase Dimond CBD business. We're so happy to have you here. Here's your 10% off. Use code welcome10 at checkout. Please let us know if you have any questions. Buy now, right, or whatever it might be. So I think the bare minimum, you should have that, because sooner or later you're going to have people interacting with that, and you want that to be live. Does that make sense so far?
Makes total sense, man. Absolutely. And when it comes to lead gen strategies and collecting these emails, I've seen people doing it through Facebook ads, of course, but often there's trouble with these Facebook ad emails because they're often their emails that they started when they created their profiles, and so these emails are practically dead, frankly. And now, not always. I'm sure someone like you can revive this, but I've found that they're not always the best emails. But outside of like a subscription, or outside of a pop-up or subscription newsletter, what are some ways that people can start generating leads? Obviously sales, if they can figure out how to generate sales, but I think a lot of them are hoping to convert these leads to sales. So is buying leads viable? What are some options out there?
Yeah, so the 3 or 4 ways that we acquire email addresses on our end, again, we're kind of middle to the bottom of the funnel, so we're super dependent on people like yourself driving the right traffic. But again, the subscription forms we talked about is 1. 2, if people make it to checkout, whether they buy or don't buy, if they fill out their information on the first form, right? Name, email, phone number, address, whether they purchase or not, if they fill out that page, you do collect emails at checkout. So that's 2. Other ways that you get emails from people is through giveaways. So basically what we do is we run giveaways either by ourselves or with other partners. Giveaways can be a massive hit or a miss depending on a number of factors. One is how expensive are your products, right? I've seen giveaways work really, really well for brands that have an AOV of about $50 or lower. Right? So think about the things that you buy on Amazon pretty kind of impulsively. Those are the things that do well for giveaways. We have some clients that sell like $300 wallets or $600 grills or $1,000 this. Those are really hard to sell through giveaways just because people aren't really in that mindset of buying something that expensive. The other thing that really depends is like, what are you giving away, right? Like I see e-commerce brands that sell, let's say, watches, trying to give away like this massive travel package. It doesn't really relate to your brand. Like, sure, you might get a lot of people, but they're not going to be qualified, right? But if you do a giveaway correctly with yourself or with other partner brands that are complementary and not competitive, that's a really great way to acquire subscribers. People are incentivized to share on social. People are incentivized to share and forward via email because they get more entries typically to win. So that's another way. And then the last kind of major way to get emails is through like ambassador or referral programs. So much like people share for a giveaway, if you think about the whole like Uber, Postmates, that kind of model, the whole give to get. Aaron, if I want to hook you up with $10 on Postmates, when you spend your $10 and do something else, right, that activates my $10. So those types of referral programs are work. So those are the 4: forms, giveaways, ambassador programs, and at checkout.
Okay, cool. And just out of curiosity, because I know a lot of people are promoting these advertising services for lead gen, especially the CBD industry. Do you find that doing advertising to create lead gen, primarily, I'm guessing through Facebook? I'm not sure. You can do it through Google, but it's not easy. What do they have any viability, or do you find it kind of more of a waste of money to kind of generate leads that way?
So just to be clear, so when people are running traffic to like a landing page or something from one source and then using that to send people emails, is that what you're asking?
No, more so like you know how they do Facebook lead gen ads, where it's just
Oh
kind
yeah.
of Facebook auto populates their details and then they can submit it. You can acquire leads pretty affordably, you know, anywhere from 50 cents or 25 cents to a few dollars a lead. But have you tested any of that and seen if they've been viable through maybe a through a team like yours and a lead gen strategy?
So transparently, we have a limited experience, but in our limited experience, to your point, what we noticed was like, for example, my email that auto populates is like my college edu, right? Like I don't even have access to that, or it's like someone's Hotmail, right? But now they're on Gmail. So we've had mixed results, but more so not so great results, where I felt like we spent a lot of money, or I guess the brand spent a lot of money to acquire these emails. The open rates were pretty dismal, like they were probably the lowest we've ever seen, just because
Yeah.
again, like I could have done this too, signed up, and I have no idea I even got an email, right? So what I've seen work better is when you do require people to fill in their email versus the autofill. That
Totally.
one little trick or tactic, I think, would be a lot more helpful. But we haven't had a lot of success, and therefore we haven't done a ton of that.
Yeah, yeah, I noticed the same thing. We did a manual fill in. We even added a little context of the one you check to it, and that seems to be what mitigates the issue. But I agree, it's an interesting strategy.